One goal, that's all Lionel Messi needs. One goal to become the outright highest scorer in FIFA World Cup history. One goal to move beyond Miroslav Klose. One goal to turn another page in a career that already feels impossible. But standing in his way is an Austrian side that refuses to believe this story is already written. On one side, the defending world champions. On the other, one of the tournament's most aggressive pressing teams. And while the headlines are focused on Messi's pursuit of history, Austria may have a different plan. A plan to ruin the party. A plan to shock the world. Because this is no longer just Argentina versus Austria. This is history versus resistance. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this match could become one of the most fascinating tactical battles of the entire group stage. Let's start with Argentina. The reigning world champions arrived at this tournament carrying the weight of expectation. And in their opening match against Algeria, they looked every bit like a team capable of defending their crown. The final score was 3-0. Lionel Messi scored all 3 goals. His first World Cup hat-trick, his 200th appearance for Argentina, and his 16th World Cup goal. But here's the interesting part. Despite winning comfortably, Argentina were not overwhelmingly dominant in every metric. They managed only 12 touches inside the opposition penalty area. They completed just 78 passes in the final third. Those numbers suggest something important. Argentina didn't overwhelm Algeria through volume. They overwhelmed them through efficiency. Every mistake Algeria made was punished. Every opening was exploited. And once Argentina took control, their defensive structure suffocated the game. Algeria failed to register a single shot on target. That's championship football. Clinical in attack, ruthless without the ball, and incredibly difficult to break down. Now let's look at Austria. Their opening victory over Jordan was convincing on paper. A 3-1 win, 3 points secured, a strong start to the tournament, but beneath the scoreline, there are questions. Jordan created dangerous moments. Austria allowed 21 touches inside their penalty area. They missed 3 of 4 major chances, and the match remained uncomfortable far longer than Austria would have liked. Still, what Austria possess is something many teams do not: identity. Ralf Rangnick's fingerprints are all over this squad. High intensity, relentless pressure, constant movement, aggressive transitions. This is a team that wants chaos. And against a technically superior Argentina side, creating chaos might be their best chance. But can they execute it? This is where things become truly fascinating. Because this game is not simply about talent, it's about style. Austria want to press, Argentina want to control. Austria want speed, Argentina want precision. Austria want the match to become uncomfortable. Argentina want it to become predictable. The key battle begins in midfield. Austria's engine room features Marcel Sabitzer, Konrad Laimer, and Xaver Schlager, 3 players capable of covering enormous distances. 3 players who thrive in physical battles. 3 players who can turn a football match into a war of attrition. But Argentina's midfield is equally impressive. Alexis, Allister, Enzo Fernandez, Rodrigo de Paul, a combination of technical quality, intelligence, and work rate. This is not a midfield that gets bullied easily. In fact, many believe this battle could decide the match. Because if Austria win the midfield duel, they can force turnovers in dangerous areas. And if they force turnovers, suddenly Argentina's defense faces situations it would rather avoid. But if Argentina bypass the press, everything changes. The moment Austria's first pressing line is beaten, massive spaces appear behind them. And that's where Messi becomes lethal. This is exactly why Austria's approach carries both opportunity and danger. Press too aggressively and Messi finds space. Press too cautiously and Argentina dominate possession. Either way, Austria face a difficult choice. Now here's another fascinating element: set pieces. Austria possess size, physicality, aerial strength. David Alaba, Sasa Kalajdzic, potentially Kevin Danso. These are players capable of creating problems from dead ball situations. Argentina are excellent defensively, but if Austria are going to score, set pieces may offer their clearest route. And don't underestimate transitions. Jordan found moments against Austria. Algeria forced multiple turnovers against Argentina. Neither team is completely invulnerable, which means we could see more chances than many expect. Of course, every road eventually leads back to Lionel Messi. At 38 years old, he continues to defy logic, defy age, defy expectation. The hat-trick against Algeria was not simply impressive, it was symbolic. It reminded the football world that greatness does not disappear. It evolves. Every touch now feels historic. Every chance carries extra weight, because fans know what is at stake. Goal number 17, the record, immortality. And here's the scary part for Austria. Messi may actually benefit from their pressing style. Aggressive teams often leave pockets of space. Messi doesn't need much space. He never has. But Argentina are not only Messi. Lautaro Martinez remains one of the most dangerous finishers in international football. Julian Alvarez could also play a major role. His movement constantly stretches defensive lines, and every run he makes creates additional room for Messi. Meanwhile, Austria have their own stars. David Alaba, the captain, the leader, the player tasked with organizing the defense against perhaps the greatest footballer of all time. Alaba understands the challenge. His comments before the match made that clear. Austria respect Messi, but they also know Argentina's threat extends far beyond him. Then there's Marcel Sabitzer, perhaps Austria's most influential attacking midfielder. His ability to arrive late into dangerous areas could become crucial. And Marko Arnautovic, the veteran striker who scored in the opening match, his experience could be invaluable if Austria find themselves chasing the game. But here's the question nobody can fully answer. Can Austria survive 90 minutes without Messi producing one decisive moment? History suggests that's unlikely. Let's explore the possible outcomes. Scenario 1. Argentina at their best. The press is bypassed. The midfield controls possession. Messi finds space. Austria are forced deeper and deeper. The game gradually tilts toward the defending champions. In this scenario, Argentina win comfortably, perhaps 3-0, perhaps 3-1, perhaps Messi breaks the record. Scenario 2, the most likely scenario, Austria's pressing causes problems. Argentina struggle at times. The match remains competitive. But Argentina's superior quality eventually makes the difference. A Messi moment, a Lautaro finish, a defensive mistake punished ruthlessly. Argentina win, but only after a genuine fight, maybe 2-1, maybe 3-1. Scenario 3, the upset scenario. Austria execute Rangnick's plan perfectly. The press disrupts Argentina. The midfield battle becomes physical. Set pieces create opportunities, and suddenly Argentina look uncomfortable. The match enters the final 20 minutes level. Pressure grows, frustration appears, Austria begin believing, and that's when surprises happen. It is not the most likely outcome, but World Cups are built on unlikely outcomes. And Austria will believe they have a chance. But here's where the story becomes even more interesting. What if Austria's greatest strength is also their greatest weakness? Think about it. Their pressing system is designed to win the ball high, to attack quickly, to create chaos. Yet chaos can work both ways, because no player in football history has punished disorganized defenses more consistently than Messi. Every failed press, every missed tackle, every broken defensive shape becomes an invitation, and Messi rarely ignores invitations. At the same time, Argentina face a challenge they did not encounter against Algeria. Austria are far more organized, far more athletic, far more aggressive. This will test Argentina in ways their opening match did not. So which version of Argentina appears? The clinical champions, or the team vulnerable to pressure? And can Austria maintain their intensity for 90 minutes? Or will the energy levels eventually drop? Because if they do, Messi will notice. He always notices. Another question. Is this actually the match that decides Group J? Win here and qualification becomes almost certain. Win here and top spot comes within touching distance. Lose here, and suddenly the final group match becomes significantly more stressful. The stakes are higher than many realize, and that's why this game matters. Not just because of records, not just because of Messi, but because it could shape the entire path both teams take through this tournament. So where does all of this leave us? Austria deserve respect. Their pressing is real, their midfield is strong, their organization is impressive, and they have enough quality to create problems. But Argentina possess something special: balance, experience, defensive stability, elite midfield quality, and of course, Lionel Messi. The world champions simply have more answers, more match winners, more composure in decisive moments. Austria will compete, Austria will create difficult moments, Austria may even score. But over 90 minutes, Argentina's quality should prevail. My prediction, Argentina 3, Austria 1, Messi scores. The record falls, history is made. But perhaps the most intriguing part comes afterward. Because if Argentina win and Messi breaks the record, the conversation changes completely. Suddenly, this is no longer about surviving the group stage. Suddenly, it becomes about whether football's greatest player can lead Argentina to another World Cup. And if that happens, the rest of the tournament may have a very serious problem, because a confident Messi chasing history is one of the most dangerous sights football has ever seen.